Hi, it's Phil from Wild Food UK. I thought I'd just do a quick little video here on a couple of mushrooms that are out at this time of the year that one we certainly know a lot about and one we know less about, but they're both edible and actually easily mistaken for each other. What I'm going to tell you about is Dryad saddle and Tuberous Polypore. So here we have some examples of both of these. Down on the bottom left here we've got some young Dryad saddle or pheasant back, showing those feathers on the back, on the top. Best stage at now, definitely that young stage. And over here we've got Tuberous Polypore, much less distinct feathers on the top, growing in the same places, growing on wood. Turn it over, we've got those pores underneath, those tubes underneath, just the same as with Dryad saddle. But Tuberous Polypore tends to be much more central with its stipe, its stem. Still sort of offset, but definitely not sort of in the same way coming outwards, which is what Dryad saddle tends to do. It tends to come out from its piece of wood like that, sticking out. Sometimes it will be sticking straight up. And the other thing that you can't see with these, unfortunately, is that older Dryad saddle will actually be black at the base of the stem. These haven't got to that age yet. You've got some sort of scaly stuff there, but they're not black. Whereas Tuberous Polypore tends to not go black at the base of the stem, except this one's quite brown. Here's some Tuberous Polypore down here, the other side of this nettle. Quite old, it's got holes in it, obviously something's been eating it. It's not sticking straight out from the wood, it's sort of coming out with a cap on top of a stem, a bit more mushroom-like and less bracket-like. Not that it's a bracket, but the Dryad saddle does tend to look quite like a bracket, but it kind of does have a stem. So there we are, Tuberous Polypore, edible, but a real common look-alike for Dryad saddle or pheasant back. So both just as edible as each other. Get them when they're young, you don't want giant things. These Tuberous Polypore are a bit old, whereas these Dryad saddle are just at the lovely stage. You definitely, this is really best stage for these. So Tuberous Polypore and Dryad saddle, both edible, both around at this time of year. So keep an eye out for those, growing on wood. So there you are. That's how to tell the difference between Tuberous Polypore and Dryad saddle or pheasant back, both of which are edible. So it's not a problem if you do mix them up, but it's nice to know which one you've got. And they're a lovely mushroom at this time of year, although Dryad saddle's probably better. So this is Phil, Wild Food UK. Hope you have some good foraging, and see you again through the summer. Bye bye.